All right, so everybody, if you are viewing this right now, this is my friend Brad. We really don't know each other well. I actually had a massage from him when I was in Sedona this past summer. And Brad, it was the best massage I've ever had.
Thank you for saying
Amazing.
that. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I am going to post Brad's information with this video. So if anyone's in Sedona, he is highly intuitive and just really excellent at what he does. So make sure you look him up. It is a treat to have a massage by Brad. So definitely want to let everybody know that as we get started. So we are going to start, and Brad, you can take notes if you like. We are recording this, so you don't have to, but if you do want to jot anything down, you don't have to keep your eyes closed. Totally up to you. I will have my eyes closed most of the reading. That's how I've been trained to do my work. I don't have to close my eyes, but for the sake of this video, why not? So we're just going to start out with a little prayer. I've already set the space for us, and we will get started. So I ask the blessings of the Supreme Being, all of our guides and angels and helpers of the highest vibration and light, to join us right now in this space and to enable Brad to have everything that he needs and wants through this time, any clarity that he is looking for, any type of energetic healing, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, or mental. We just call everyone in for his best and highest good. So Brad, all I need you to do to get started is go ahead and say your full name 3 times for me.
Bradley Michael Zayac, Bradley Michael Zayac, Bradley Michael Zayac.
All right. So is there anything special that you are requesting this evening?
I'm working a lot with my relationship with the feminine and clearing up old deep abandonment traumas in relationship with my mother and how that's been reflected in just about all my female relationships up until this point, and looking to really break those patterns.
All right, fantastic. So the first thing I'll do as we look at this relationship with your mother is, first I want to give that relationship itself a clearing. Now, just so you know, this does not affect her free will at all, but there is an entity that is your relationship with your mom. So the first thing I want to do is just actually give that a nice grounding so that it can release anything and everything right now in this moment in present time that is holding you back from the type of relationship that you desire with her. And that is clearing a lot of, I'm just seeing a lot of old energy that is flowing out, not just from this lifetime actually, but from other dimensions, other lifetimes. You've got multiple lifetimes, as I'm sure you probably know, with her. And it looks like the timing of this is just fabulous with our new moon right now for you to release this. So it looks like intuitively you're right on with this. So I'm also, as I work, I have access to an energy that my guides have instructed me to call phantom light. It comes from another dimension outside of our universe. And I'm actually running that energy on this relationship with your mother as well. And this works like a laser focused, really high vibe energy to clear out. It looks like for you, it's a lot of negativity, a lot of pain. I do see your inner child coming forth for some healing work also. So I'm going to set him aside to your left and go ahead and give him a grounding, as well as start working on him. And it looks like a lot of heart-based identity issues that are the deepest aspect of this. These core childhood wounds have really affected your identity. And I'm seeing a lot of programming making you feel unworthy, unworthy of love, a lot of just low self-esteem, feeling like you are not valuable. So I'm also going to send in some new programming with your permission. Yes, your higher self is saying yes, yes, yes. And going to just replace these old programs with total worthiness, knowing that you are lovable, and knowing this at the depth of your being. That's filling in your fourth chakra. It's filling in your sixth. How you see the world is going to really change as you absorb this new energy, and how people treat you, how you expect to be treated. Not that we're putting out expectation energy, but with this shift, you are really going to notice a different way that you're treated just by strangers on the street even. The vibration is completely shifting, so that bringing in more joy and acceptance and just that unconditional love, that is going to really shift how you see people in the world. And I just see on your, as you move forward on your timeline, there's people being very generous with you, and not only generous, but very considerate. Even in a parking lot, someone letting you go first, just things like that. I see that coming about with this shift. So I'm also seeing your third chakra pulling in this energy and accepting this healing, where you're going to be able to walk a lot more easily in your feminine energy, where the receiving is going to be much more easy for you. It looks like a lot of survival type energy is leaving your first as well, and you're replacing that with thriving energy. So instead of that fight or flight or trauma or that old energy that causes you to feel like you have to work really hard to accomplish things in this world, it's filling in with this new energy that is just completely that ability to receive, because you are worthy. You don't even have to think about it anymore. This is going to be integrating as a part of you over the next 5 to 7 days. And your inner child is just like, it's like he's splashing around in a mud puddle and just having the time of his life in this energy. It's so cute. It's really beautiful. So I'm also seeing your inner child. He had some protection on his feet. And the way I see this for him in this mud puddle, he has on these boots that are not allowing him to fully feel things. So I see that in transferring to you as an adult, is you had a limit on how much you could feel, whether it's negative or positive. There's really nothing good or bad, but we know there are emotions we enjoy feeling and emotions that we really don't enjoy feeling. And because of the trauma in your life, I'm seeing that you had this barrier and this kind of wall set up for yourself where, okay, I don't want to feel all this really negative emotion anymore, so I'm not going to feel the heights of the joy and the love and the peace and the freedom either. I'm going to limit the scope of my feelings and my emotions. And right now, your inner child is saying, I've had enough of that. I want the contrast. I want the heights. If I have to feel the lows, I can do that now because I'm healing the old stuff. It's going to be a fresh start. And you are going to be able to feel with the fullness of your being, the joy, the ecstasy, all of the things that you are desiring in its fullness. And he's taken those boots off and he's just jumping in the mud puddle now with bare feet, and not afraid if he steps on a rock, or not afraid if the water's cold, because he knows that it's also the joy of splashing and feeling that aliveness come back into his being. And I'm going to go ahead. Do you want anything else, little Brad? What else do you want? So he also has some protection on his head, and it's really even given you a little bit of blocking at your 7th chakra, where it looks like you've been a little bit afraid to fully open up to source and to the downloads that you're ready to receive. And again, it's because of this old energy that was blocking you from the fullness of everything. Does that make sense? And so he's taking off the hat that's been covering your 7th, and he's saying, I'm ready. I'm ready for everything that Spirit has for me. And he's also uncovering more of the 6th, opening more up to be able to just see more clearly. A lot of clairvoyance coming in, even to a new level for you. And I see this really transferring to you with your clients. Boy, and this blows my mind because you're so intuitive already, but you're definitely stepping up into a whole new level right now with this clearing. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead and call in your Akashic record keeper and your file clerk to bring your inner child completely into present time. And then we're going to incorporate him back into you. And as they're working on that, I want to look at that relationship with your mom again. So as I look at you and your mom, let me just take a quick look at how you two are relating on the chakra levels. So it looks really strong right now that you do have some really strong connections in your 4th and your 3rd. And it's funny, it looks like you are a lot like her in your 3rd, that's a lot of the DNA that you absorbed, and your will to survive, your will to overcome things in this lifetime and to really grow and expand in this lifetime. She also has that same desire. It doesn't look like she's there yet, but she has that desire. And so you two are very connected in those chakras. But when it comes to the emotional aspects in your 2nd chakra, you see things very differently there. And the 1st chakra, it looks like she must have been very traumatized as a child herself and is very shut down, where you are opening up in a whole new way right now. And this light that you're going to be able to shed just being you is really going to heal her without you saying a single word. You are showing her on an astral level, a spirit level, that you have this ability to heal yourself and that you're bringing in new light and new energy, and she's watching. So just know that everything you're doing as you are on your journey is totally affecting her as well. And it's really powerful. There's a lot of high vibe purple and hot pink energy that's circulating now in your 2nd, and it's just filling you up with the ability to receive much more of that emotional space to really enjoy life and to, like, I just see you really pulling in more passion, more love, more gentleness, like all the things that you're desiring are coming flooding into that chakra right now. And then as I look at the upper chakras, your 5th, it looks like the communication space is not very wide open. It almost just looks like it's a pinhole with you and her. The deep communication is not there right now. And let me see, I just want to, it looks like this other, when I say she's watching you, even that heart and 3rd where you and she are very connected, as that continues to blossom and open, your heart's blossoming like a rose. the more that you grow and shift and change, especially over the next decade, I see that opening up for you and her, where the communication is going to become easier and deeper and at a level that you're seeking. Now I'm reading all this in present time. Everything can change at any moment. But as I see you grow and develop and continue your spiritual journey, it does affect her. And then at the sixth chakra and how you see the world, you're looking one direction and she's looking a completely different direction. So you have very different views on life, on the spiritual aspects of life, on the 3D aspects of life. But that's okay, because you both came here to journey in a different way. So again, I do see her turning towards you as time goes on and being able to assimilate some of the things that you share with her. It doesn't, and again, it doesn't even matter what you say physically, what you speak from your mouth. It's more your example and the way you grow spiritually is really having an impact on her every single day. So don't ever discount that. That's so powerful for this healing that you're really wanting in this relationship. So I'm just going to clean up any foreign energy out of this relationship. It looks like there's some energy from other people in this relationship that doesn't need to be there. It's just you and her. I'm going to clear that for you. And anything else? I'm going to call in some archangels, and especially Archangel Azrael, and you can call that angel anytime you like. Grief, loss seem to be a big theme for both of you. And I'm calling in Archangel Azrael to just work with you and to offer her healing if she would like it, and also just on the relationship itself. I'm running some unconditional love energy and also some laughter medicine into this relationship. It looks like the lighter you can be when you are around her, let's pull out all seriousness from this relationship, all expectation energy from this relationship. And I'm going to give you a tool. I don't know if you've ever learned this tool, but have you ever used roses to pull out energy? All right. So the rose is the most powerful high vibe thing in the universe, and it works really well to pull out any energy you don't like. So all you have to do is go ahead and close your eyes and imagine a giant rose in front of you, about 3 feet away, any color you like. And I want you to put a vacuum in that rose. And I want you to just envision you and your mom in a bubble, and this is your relationship bubble. So just like a big, pretty bubble in front of you. And I want you to command that rose to pull out every bit of negativity, every bit of anger, every bit of unconsciousness out of that relationship. And just watch that rose pull goops and globs of dark, ugly energy out of that bubble. When that rose gets full of that ugly energy, I want you to put a bomb under it and explode that thing.
Oh, man.
It's fun. And what happens with this energy, you're exploding, the rose absorbs it all. It can handle it. When you blow it up, it all goes to the center of the earth. And there are beings down there that clean up that energy and release it back into the earth, all fresh and clean. So anything you pull out with these roses totally destroys that energy. So you can pull out, if you think about you and your mom, any resentment, anything you think of, just put up another rose, suck it out, blow it up. And this works really well when you're with the person. You can just put a rose up while you and mom are talking, and say, pull out anything that's hindering us from communicating right now. And then when boom, blow it up. You can do this while you're talking to her. And this is a powerful tool to help you deal with anything and everything in your life. So giving that to you as a gift tonight, and watch you, use it. It's amazing. And even for yourself, even if it's, you know, the holidays are coming. We all have these issues with the holidays. Same thing. You're feeling a little bit sad or lonely or depressed, or just like the holidays when we're adults aren't like when we were kids, you know, there are things about it. You can pull it out with those roses and blow those suckers up. And to the extent you can blow things up is to the extent you can create. So have fun with it. Have fun with it. But bringing in the laughter, you know, I don't know if your mom, my mom was a nut. She liked to fight. I didn't like to fight, but the boys would fight with her and she loved it. So whatever it is that you and your mom connect on, just bring humor into that, you know, bring humor into it, because it looks like for her, it's a big deal to have humor in the relationship.
Yeah, lighten things up all around, make it much smoother and easier.
Yeah, yeah. So let me check on that. I'm going to give that a nice supreme being blessing. I'm going to pull out some unconsciousness that's in there. All right. So that looks really beautiful. If you thought of a color for you and your mom's relationship, what would you like it to be?
Kind of like a darker pink. Like
Okay.
Yeah, something kind of like sweet and warm with just a hint of depth.
Kind of like a carnation pink, like a medium.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So when you think of her, envision that relationship, make that bubble a nice, that color, that medium to dark pink with some nice depth to it. And then I'm going to make that relationship that color now. And the Supreme Being's blessing it with gold. And the message that I'm getting for you, Brad, about the relationship right now is you are clearing so much karma with your mom this lifetime. Yeah, I mean, the reason it's been so intense is because you've chosen this lifetime to really step into your power. And as a child, it didn't seem that way, but you're turning this corner. I'm seeing you on the path, and you're taking kind of this, it's almost like a horseshoe turn, one of those hairpin turns where it's not like you're going backwards. You're still heading down a path, but it's a huge shift and a huge turn right now. And the karma is just being dumped off a cliff. So when you feel a lot of energy coming up around your mom, and you know, and start seeing, oh yeah, this happened and this is how it's affecting me and all these connections, just let that fall off. Acknowledge it, and then let it, you can blow it up in a rose, you can let it fall off the cliff, you can just imagine it leaving, because that's what's happening right now. And it's very intense right now. It's like big, giant garbage bags of it are coming out of a kind of magical backpack where you keep thinking, oh, I got rid of it. And then there's another one. So it's just layers that are coming up right now, but it's easy. Just imagine yourself just going, throw them over a cliff and let them just go down to the center of the earth.
Sounds good. I'll
It's really powerful, really powerful. All right. So let me go back. Let's see. That looks really good. We're going to release that to the universe. And now let's look at your little inner child. He looks so happy. Aw, I love working with the little children. He looks really, really happy. Is there anything else you need? Any next steps for you? So he's just showing me for you to really, over this weekend especially, just do something fun and playful, something that maybe you wouldn't even normally do, you know, maybe go ride some go-karts or go to a batting cage or just something that you loved as a kid that you haven't done for decades. And just that will help him to really solidify this new energy. So do something crazy fun.
I'll see what shows up. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because you're incorporating this playfulness, this laughter medicine. He's really wanting you to enjoy yourself more. Like, come on, now you're the parent of your inner child. So when he says, hey, I want an ice cream cone, and it's like, well, that's not health food, eat it anyway. This weekend especially, let him have some fun and bring him back into that warm, just childlike magic. He really wants to play and just have a little treat and just,
I'll go play mud. I'll go find some mud to play in.
yeah. That looks really good. So I'm going to push him back into you. Boop. There you go. All right. All right. So let's see what's next. What else does Brad need right now to heal any childhood trauma? So those programs are really solidified. Let me see if there are any other programs that are important to clear right now. Okay, it's not programs. I'm going to, the next thing that I'm being guided to do for you is to clear some memories. And when I say clear them, you'll still have the memories, but what will happen is they will be neutralized.
Sure.
So they will no longer have the triggers, and that really helps with the PTSD, the fight or flight, the trauma, all that stuff that's triggered whenever people do things to us, you know. So let me go ahead and there are 3 memories. There's no reason, they're showing me there's no reason for me to tell you what they are, but I'm going to pull each one out of your timeline and just give it a nice grounding. Clear all of the trauma energy out of it. We're going to go ahead and run this beautiful unconditional love and high vibe phantom light energy into it to make it sparkling. So these are core trauma memories. All right, looking beautiful. They're sparkling now with a beautiful kind of crystalline purple light. I'm going to ask the Supreme Being to give each of those a golden blessing as well. So the guidance I'm getting for you is, if any of these memories come up, and I see you're already seeing one of them, to take a little time and journal the good that has come out of it. So an example from my childhood, I remember a crazy incident where I think it was actually Thanksgiving, where my brother and I and my mom and dad were all at this friend's house, and they had kids. And so we were running and playing, having a ball this whole day. And we never were told to stop, you know, just thought we were having a time of our lives. We're driving home from the day, and we are told in the car that we're both going to get beat with the belt when we get home, because we were running in their house and we shouldn't have been running. So no warning, just we're going to get punished now after we just had a blast. And we get home, my dad beats our butts, I'm screaming and crying because I have no pain tolerance. And I realized in the last year or two that put something in me that said, you can't have fun because you might get in trouble. Right. And so then when I cleared that energy, and then I look back and said, you know, what good did come out of that? Tell me what good came out of that. Well, one, I never did that to my kids. I never treated my kids like that. You know, I can't say I was a perfect parent, but I learned something from it. And it taught me always explain things to my kids, give them a warning, don't just, you know, have them be in trouble without telling them what's going on. So that's just one of the things. So even our traumas can turn into something good in our life. And the guidance I'm getting for you right now is to just over Thanksgiving, you know, we can say I'm thankful for my car and my home and my this and my that. But if you can be thankful for your trauma, wow, you've really conquered it.
Yeah. Integrated and transcended it, yeah.
Yep, that's transmuting it and bringing in that gratitude, because it's not like, again, it keeps coming up over and over for you. This isn't just about the incidents that happened this lifetime. It's so much more for you. And so you're really transmuting and, I mean, talk about alchemy. That's what's happening for you right now. You're really transmuting all this crap and garbage into gold.
Yeah, and it feels like it when you find the lesson in a real way, like in a real way, then it loses its charge and loses another way to take back power as well.
Yep. And you can't just do it up here. It has to be all four bodies working together. Yeah, so you understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. So let me plug those back in. One thing I will tell you whenever we work on memories like this, not always, but sometimes it can make you a little tireder than normal.
Yeah,
And so,
but breathing this whole time.
yeah.
A lot of energy in there.
Yeah, so if you are tired over the next couple of days, don't worry about it. It's kind of, it's like something out of The Matrix or one of these movies where, okay, we just adjusted the past, so now everything has to click in to bring you up to speed. But I am going to do one thing right now. Let me just call in your Akashic Record Keeper and your file clerk quickly, and we're going to bring everything into present time, no space. I don't want Brad to be tired. I want him to enjoy the next few days. So yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Good. Awesome. Forget that. Forget I even said it. I learn new things every day too while I'm doing this. All right. Yeah, that was the old paradigm. This is the new one. You're right up to speed. There's no catch up anymore. It's cool because as fast as I'm watching you incorporate these energies, your body's keeping time. And that's why you're releasing so much physically. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Better
All right. Go ahead. Do you have any questions about anything?
Hmm. Well, yeah, everything feels much kind of sweeter and simpler around my mother right now already. So that's really, really amazing. Thank you for shifting those perspectives and doing all that work, moving all the energy around. I'm curious as to what this means for. There's a sort of a new romantic interest showing up for me as well, and if that's connected to this, or maybe what is that here for me to learn, or anything like that about this.
Okay. All right. I'll be happy to take a look at that. So as we mentioned, with all the karmic things you're releasing and all of this mom energy, I see you walking into a new level of not needing a mother. So a lot of times what happens when we didn't have a mom or a dad that met our needs, we're looking for that in our mate and in our partner. And so what I'm seeing you doing is a big shift right now, and it's big. I'm getting chills just talking about it and looking at it. It's so exciting. You are now channeling in this new divine energy that is, it's a purplish, it's really high vibe light purple. So if you notice that, that's what this is. Since we took that cap off your little inner child, you're pulling in this new divine light, And it is filling you, like literally cleansing this out of your DNA. This need for mom is cleansing out of the DNA. And interestingly, that feminine energy I talked about earlier as well, you're able now to fill yourself in with that nurture, that motherly love. And I would like to give you another little tool, and you can just do this as a meditation, to just ask your inner child to step out in front of you and just have him step out, and you can let him know that you're both mom and dad, that anything he has lacked and wants to talk about or wants to enjoy now, that you are free to give him. And this new feminine energy that's filling you up right now is going to enable you to do that, so you're not going to seek that from this person.
Beautiful. Yeah. That feels true. Oh.
Good release. Way to go. Let it out, buddy. You're doing fantastic. Wow.
Sovereignty in relationship, it's a beautiful feeling. Be just ready to play and ready to be with someone rather than needing stuff from them all the time.
Absolutely. I want to give you another tool here, which is a fabulous tool. I want you to just close your eyes and imagine above your head a giant golden sun. Make it as big as you can imagine it. And I like mine filled with glitter, because then when I make it vibrate, I can see it shimmering. But you can make it however you like. It can be liquid, it can be golden air. Just make it your own. And I want you to choose one thing right now that you didn't get from your mom as a child. And I want you to fill that golden sun in with that energy, that thing that was always lacking. And I want that golden sun, I want you to just start raising the vibration of it higher and higher, so it shimmers and shimmers at a higher level of gold, more gold. And then I want you to make it twice as big as it already is. And now 10 times bigger. And imagine that hovering over your head, where all you can see is the very bottom of it, because it's so big. Then I want you to pop it into your crown and just let your body fill up with that beautiful energy that you've always wanted. Let it go all the way in, through your head, into your ears, your nose, your lips, down your neck, into your shoulders, down those arms, into your fingers, even into your fingernails, into every hair on your body, through your abdomen, all the way down through your legs, into your feet. And then I want, as it fills you completely, I want you to flow it out over top of you and fill your entire aura bubble with that energy, and just let it surround you and encompass you. Every molecule, cell, every empty space in your atoms, everywhere. And just let it fill you up. And you can use these golden suns anytime you like to fill in whatever you want, whatever you're lacking, anything you need. Good job. Because that will also flush out. That will also flush out anything you don't want. You can fill yourself with opposite energy. So think about that.
Cheers.
Aw, I'm sending you lots of love. You're such a sweetheart.
Working. Thank you so much. Look at me.
You are welcome. Let it go. Don't stop it. You're getting rid of so much.
Yeah.
So, yep, you can nurture and care for yourself now. You're a super powerful being. So enjoy all those tools. You'll get a kick out of them.
They're so sweet. Thank you for those. I'll play around with those.
So I am going to turn off the recording. Mm-hmm. Any questions about anything else we did tonight?
Just so much gratitude coming in for you. Thank you for just devoting this time to bringing, blasting the love in and bringing all the light in and spraying around and clearing things up, lightening things up, and making us more able just to be fully present and right here in the play.
Oh,
So yeah, thank you for all that.
well, you are so welcome. You're so welcome. My pleasure, for sure. So like I said, everybody, I am going to share Brad's info if you need a massage in Sedona, because he's the best. Unbelievable. I'm not kidding. So I definitely want people to look you up. And I'm going to go ahead and close this off, and then we can follow up. I don't know what will happen when I turn this off, but we can follow up after I shut this off. All righty. Take care. All right, the video stopped.
I still see the recording button up top.
Yeah, I think you got to stop yours. I'll call you on the phone.
Okay.
Let's see if I can disconnect this.